Charlotte Elizabeth Diana, who looks a lot like her famous great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, will make her own way as the first female heir apparent. She is a significant and complex royal figure whose pick caused a stir in the palace and across the country. Behind the shiny surface is a strong will that wants to create a future that combines the classic and the modern in a way that works for everyone. Take a trip to learn about the amazing life of Princess Charlotte, a star whose brightness shines brighter than the biggest state banquet and marks the start of a new era for the throne. A royal birth, the early life of Princess Charlotte. People held their breath when Prince William and Catherine Middleton, Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, announced they were having their second child in 2015. A royal countdown began, setting off a worldwide frenzy. There was a lot of excitement in the air. Would it be a prince or a princess? What name should be given to this royal son or daughter? The whole world was amazed. The royal baby fever spread across countries, making the upcoming birth into a very important event. There was a lot of excitement about this because the daughter would be the first princess born into the straight royal line in more than 20 years. The stage was set when Prince William was born in 1982, and his son Prince George in 2013. People put down bets, talked about names, and talked about Catherine's first pregnancy again. There were both hopes for a smooth birth and rumors about how this new heir would change the royal tapestry. The peak of a global guessing game was hit. In the early hours of May 2, 2015, London became the center of the royal family. Around 5 a.m., the start signal was sent to the house staff. Catherine got to St. Mary's Hospital around 6 a.m., with Prince William by her side. A skilled medical team was put together, which included Alan Farthing, who is Queen Elizabeth's surgeon and gynecologist. Lots of things were going on in the Lindo wing. It was comforting to have known midwives there, led by Jackie Dunkley-Bent. Obstetrician Guy Thorpe Beeston was in charge, and skilled hands were ready to help. Hundreds of people gathered outside, turning the area into a lively patchwork of reporters and devoted fans. There was a lot of excitement and well wishes on social media. Everyone in the world held their breath. Then, at 8:34 a.m., there was a happy announcement. Princess Charlotte Elizabeth Diana had arrived, weighing 8 pounds, 3 ounces. With a group of medical experts by her side, she couldn't help but wonder what was going on behind the royal facade. How did the birthing process go when the whole world was watching so closely? The birth happened quickly and was so amazing that it even shocked the medical staff. Catherine, who is a true birthing miracle, gave birth normally without an epidural, which shows how strong and tough she is. A little less than 10 hours later, she stood proudly on the hospital steps and waved to the happy crowd. As Prince William joined his wife and shared the world's joy, he smiled like a proud father. When they showed up with Princess Charlotte wrapped in a soft white blanket, it became a famous picture. The bright yellow flowers on Catherine's dress matched the springtime mood of the day. The BBC got a great picture of the moment when Prince William called Charlotte a little joy of heaven. In the ITV program Our Queen at 90, Catherine said the same thing about how happy he was about having a daughter, and how happy the Queen was too. A sweet moment before the official reveal happened when William and Catherine told Queen Elizabeth II their happy news. After the event, a party with staff and medical staff showed moving scenes of family love and professional friendship. The official announcement came next. This was an old custom brought to life as a signed document from Middleton's doctor was taken to Buckingham Palace with great pomp. It was proudly shown off on a golden easel, adding a royal touch to a very special event. London itself turned into a canvas of party, with the whole city going crazy with joy. Hearing the loud sounds of gun salutes and seeing the pink lights of famous sights were beautiful signs that Princess Charlotte had arrived. In a happy announcement on May 4, 2015, Charlotte Elizabeth Diana was named. Soon after, the long-awaited christening happened, which was full of royal custom. The Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, received Princess Charlotte as a Christian on July 5th at the historic St. Mary Magdalene Church, Sandringham. After the princess was born, there was a wave of love and support around the world. There were a lot of happy comments and well wishes on social media sites. There was a soft pink glow around famous places like Buckingham Palace and Times Square. Stores jumped at the chance to make money off of the excitement about the royal baby, and special items flew off the shelves. Anything with a royal theme became a valuable item, from lovely baby clothes to valuable coins. The excitement around the world was evident as everyone was enthralled by the new royal baby. It wasn't long after she was born before a flood of flowers, cards, and gifts were left at Kensington Palace by her loving fans and well-wishers. Hugs and prayers from people all over the world were truly overwhelming, and the royal family voiced their deepest gratitude for the support. People have always loved and respected the British royal family and their long-standing traditions, as this amazing show showed. Catherine and William were proud to be parents of two, and they tried to give their kids a feeling of normalcy amidst all the fame and grandeur. People often saw the couple enjoying special times with their family, and their happiness was clear to everyone. As Princess Charlotte grew up, her sweet personality and charming personality wowed everyone. The name she chose, which was like a beautiful tapestry made of the stories of her family, was a touching ode to the people she loved. The young princess gave the royal family a new lease on life, telling everyone of the stability and warmth that the royal family brings to many hearts. But what deep historical and personal meanings are hidden in the name that was carefully chosen for this young princess? A name steeped in tradition, the significance of Charlotte Elizabeth Diana. Choosing a name for a royal child is a very careful process that has deep historical and spiritual meanings. Princess Charlotte Elizabeth. Diana's name is like a beautiful tapestry made up of the many threads that run through her family's history and the long history of British royalty. Each part of her name, Charlotte, Elizabeth, and Diana, honors a famous predecessor in a moving way, showing that the crown has always been the same. Charlotte is an old name that has been used by European royalty for a long time. From the male form Charles, which means free man in the Germanic language, it has grown. Charlotte has been a favorite of royal families for hundreds of years. There is a very touching link with Princess Charlotte of Wales, who is King George III's only child and his beloved daughter. Sadly, she died during childbirth when she was only 21 years old, leaving a lasting mark of sadness on the country. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge honored a historical person by giving their daughter the name Charlotte. They also brought back a name that had not been used in the British royal family for many generations. Charlotte is also a personal choice for Prince William and Catherine. It's a subtle way to honor William's father, Prince Charles, while giving an old name a modern twist. The name has been a classic for a long time because it is still popular and became even more famous when Princess Charlotte was born. Now, the name Elizabeth is a beautiful honor to the late Queen. Her rule, which shows unwavering care and devotion, has left an indelible mark on the country and the Commonwealth. By giving their daughter the name Elizabeth, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge have made sure that the Queen's heritage will live on for many years to come. The name Elizabeth is also connected to a lot of important events in history and the Bible. Its meaning is God is my oath, and it has been on the crowns of many queens and princesses throughout history to show their power, grace, and leadership. With this great name, Princess Charlotte joins a long line of strong women who have changed the course of history. When it comes to Princess Charlotte's name, Diana has the greatest emotional meaning. It is a touching ode to her late grandmother, Diana, Princess of Wales, and brings to mind a woman whose influence goes far beyond the royal family. Diana had an obvious effect on many people's lives, and she is known for her compassionate humanitarianism. Her sudden death in 1997 shocked people all over the world. The Prince and Princess of Wales made sure that the memory of this well-known person would live on by giving their daughter the name Diana. It is a very personal tribute for Prince William to his mother, whose impact he often talks about. He hopes that her children will understand what an amazing woman she was and follow the kind of ideals she stood for. The fact that Diana is part of Princess Charlotte's full name is a permanent reminder of how loving and caring Diana was, and it also means that her spirit will live on through future generations. When you say the name Princess Charlotte Elizabeth Diana, a fascinating story about the great women who have helped shape the history of the British throne starts to play out. As Princess Charlotte grows up, she will no doubt be motivated by the strong women who came before her and left their mark on history. Who knows? Princess Charlotte, Elizabeth Diana, may be destined to write her own part in this royal history, adding to the family's rich history. Growing up. Royal Charlotte's early years. Princess Charlotte, whose 9th birthday was May 6, 2024, has won the hearts of people all over the world with her beautiful charm and ease. From the first time she went out in public, Princess Charlotte has been clear that she is more than just a royal. Her beautiful personality makes everyone look at her. Her lively and sure personality often makes her older brother, Prince George, and her parents, the newly named Prince and Princess of Wales, charmed. Charlotte's lively personality is hard not to catch. Princess Charlotte seems bound for the spotlight from the start, whether she's posing for pictures with a smile or talking to diplomats with the poise of a seasoned diplomat. Many people have said that she looks a lot like her great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, and is very comfortable being in public. People who know Princess Charlotte well say that she is brave and independent, which has no doubt helped her become so famous. Charlotte likes the nicer things in life, even though she is very young. This is not a surprise given her royal family background. Her wardrobe, which is made up of custom pieces from well-known labels like Amaya Kids and Peppa & Co., is both classic and modern in style. She is described as bubbly and the liveliest of her brothers by people close to the family. This is easily backed up by how captivating she is in public. In addition to her charming personality, Princess Charlotte has an incredibly mature taste in food. Her taste for olives, which isn't normal for kids, shows that she's very good at cooking for her age. Reports from Hello magazine say she likes childhood favorites like cheesy pasta and pizza, but she also likes trying new foods. There is a strong sense of family unity in the Cambridge family because they all love cooking together, as shown by their efforts to make pizza together. Princess Charlotte is interested in more than just food. She loves dancing, just like her great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II. This is because her parents pushed her to do well in school and in the arts. In such a supportive setting, it warms my heart to see her growing love of the arts. Traditions that go back a long way, and modern life must always be balanced in the life of a modern king. The early years of Princess Charlotte show this balance. Her life is carefully planned to follow royal traditions, but she also had a wonderful youth full of memories she will always treasure. Her family celebrates her big events, but people all over the world are also amazed by how charming she is. Many people will always remember the picture of Princess Charlotte, who was a tiny bundle of joy in her mother's arms, waving to the crowds of fans from the Tower of Buckingham Palace during the Trooping the Colour in June 2016. Even at a young age, it was clear that she was suited to royal tasks. At Pippa Middleton's wedding in May 2017, Princess Charlotte's beauty made the event unforgettable. Her contagious joy made her stand out as a flower girl, and she played with the other young girls to steal the show. These times showed how charming and at ease she was in public, which hinted at a bright future as a well-known member of the British royal family. Charlotte has been seen in public at a lot of different types of events, from fancy parties to casual family walks. She went on a royal tour of Poland and Germany with her parents and brother when she was only 2 years old, which is pretty amazing. Charlotte was very poised and sure of herself, even though she was very young. She even showed how well she could speak Polish by saying goodbye in that language when she left Warsaw. During the 2019 Christmas Day church service at Sandringham, there was a very touching moment. People who came to see Charlotte and her mother were greeted with confidence. Charlotte showed real warmth and empathy by giving a wheelchair-bound fan a bouquet of flowers. Without question, these events have changed the young princess, making her more confident and caring. As Princess Charlotte continues to grow, everyone is looking forward to the next part of her amazing story. Princess Charlotte's charm was once again obvious at the May 2018 wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. She wowed everyone with her playful spirit and confidence while wearing a beautiful white dress and a cute flower crown. The next year, at Princess Eugenie and Jack Brooksbank's wedding, Charlotte continued to amaze everyone by keeping her cool despite the grandeur of the event. There's no question that Princess Charlotte has a natural charm and confidence that will shape her future. As she gets older, everyone is looking forward to seeing how she blends the rich tapestry of royal history with the lively spirit of today. Princess Charlotte is more than just a young royal. She is a symbol of how the government has changed over time, a beautiful mix of old and new. Princess Charlotte's trip is far from over. Her story is still being written, but it looks like it will be full of amazing people and events. She is making her own way by following in the footsteps of those who came before her. Every time she goes out in public, we get a tantalizing look at the amazing woman she is becoming. A young princess headed for greatness. Princess Charlotte Elizabeth Diana is more than just a royal name. She is an interesting mix of duty and individuality, past and present. As her story goes on, it builds up like a captivating book, with each part full of promise and mystery. Charlotte's royal education and adventures. People have been looking forward to every important event in Princess Charlotte Elizabeth Diana's life since she was born. A lot of people were interested in her schooling, which was important for her future role in the monarchy. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge made sure their daughter had a safe and caring place to grow up, because they believe that early childhood development is very important. In January 2018, Princess Charlotte started going to Wilcox Nursery School, which is perfectly close to Kensington Palace. Her Royal Highness Princess Charlotte of Cambridge is her official title, but it is thought that she lovingly took on the name Charlotte Cambridge at school, which is a cute reference to her parents' names. In September 2019, Princess Charlotte and her older brother, Prince George, moved in together at the prestigious Thomas's Battersea. The school is known for its rigorous academics and all-around approach. It also teaches values like respect, kindness, and self-confidence, which fits in perfectly with the royal family's values. Diana, Princess Charlotte's education goes far beyond the usual topics like English, math, science, and history. The curriculum at Thomas's Battersea includes art, music, theater, and foreign languages, which help students become well-rounded. The school's focus on outdoor activities makes sure that physical and mental growth go hand in hand. When the Wales family moved to Windsor in the summer of 2022, Princess Charlotte and her brothers went to Lambrook School without any problems. She quickly won the hearts and admiration of her peers with her warm and friendly personality. Princess Charlotte's life is full of different interests outside of school. Her love of soccer and tennis is good for her health, and helps her develop important skills like teamwork, focus, and persistence, all of which will be very useful in her future royal role. Tradition and modernity have worked well together in Princess Charlotte's training. Her horseback riding, which is a noble practice in the royal family, not only connects her to her roots, but also teaches her discipline and grace. Her love of water sports is a nice difference that shows she is a young royal who is comfortable on land or at sea. Without question, the Duke and Duchess of Wales have taught their children to love nature very much. They are building Charlotte's sense of environmental responsibility and giving her a link to the natural world by taking her outside. The arts and culture help her understand the world better and prepare her to be an active and well-rounded citizen. Princess Charlotte is definitely set up for a great future with such a strong base. Everyone is looking forward to reading the next parts of her story as she grows into a strong, caring, and amazing young woman. The line of succession. Charlotte's place in the royal family. The British monarchy has done a great job of finding the right mix between keeping old traditions alive and welcoming new ones. Princess Charlotte, daughter of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, is one of the most important people in this story. She is the fourth in line to the throne, which is a big change in the royal family tree. The fact that her place hasn't changed at all since her younger siblings came along is a testament to the succession to the Crown Act of 2013. This important legislative achievement changes the rules of succession in a way that will have a lasting impact on royal history. Before this change, the old rule of male preference primogeniture said that younger sons would take precedence over older girls in the line of succession, regardless of gender. What a ridiculous situation it would be if a young woman's place was taken by her birth order. Thankfully, this old custom has been relegated to the annals of history, making way for a government that is more fair and forward-thinking. At the sad funeral of Queen Elizabeth II in September 2022, Princess Charlotte kept her composure. This touched many people's hearts. Her beauty and strength at the young age of 7 were truly amazing. They showed how strong she was as a person and how deeply she was connected to the royal family. The touching choice of a horseshoe pin, which was a subtle but important nod to her great-grandmother's love of horses, stood for continuity and lasting memory. King Charles III took the throne after Queen Elizabeth II died, marking the start of a new era for the British government. His coronation in May 2023 at the Holy Grounds of Westminster Abbey not only made his reign official, but it also changed the line of succession, bringing his boys, Princes William and Harry, closer to the crown. It was clear during this time of change that the monarchy was a living institution that could change with the times while still holding on to its core values. After these changes, a new era has begun. During this time, the royal family will continue to change and become more important in modern society. In the line of succession, Princess Charlotte comes after her grandfather, King Charles, her father, Prince William, and her older brother, Prince George. She is a young woman who is at the intersection of custom and modernity. Because of the 2013 succession to the Crown Act, she is in a place of honor that is based on birth order instead of gender. This gives her a sense of duty and pride. As she goes through her royal journey, the idea that one day she could become the Princess Royal, a title currently held by her great-aunt Princess Anne, makes her future even more interesting. Charlotte's story is very different from Princess Anne's. She was put behind her younger brothers because she was born at a time when male primogeniture was the norm. This is clearly unfair by today's standards. Even though she is always devoted to her royal tasks, she is only 17th in line to become queen. When Queen Elizabeth II died, these rules became very clear to be very old-fashioned. This made the 2013 Act stand out. The complicated rules of royal succession are rooted in history, but the basic ideas are pretty easy to understand. For hundreds of years, the throne has been passed down through the heir's eldest son and his children, then through the heir's brothers and their children. But the succession to the Crown Act of 2013 started a new age. It stopped Catholics from being shut out and got rid of the rule that the sovereign had to be in communion with the Church of England. Princess Charlotte's role is more than just a symbol. She is a modern royal who has to deal with the complicated interactions between custom and social change. Her job combines new ideas with old traditions, which makes the monarchy both accessible and exciting to people today. Charlotte's public profile is expected to grow as she gets older. Her early displays of confidence point to a future full of more public appearances and charitable works, similar to what her parents, the Prince and Princess of Wales, did. The effects that Princess Charlotte might have are truly fascinating. It's hard to imagine the good she could do as she grows up and becomes a more important member of the royalty. Because she can connect with people and always does what's right, she could be an example to millions. There are a lot of interesting ideas about how she might affect the future of the royal family. Will she join the fight for the environment? A strong supporter of mental health awareness? Or maybe she will be great at diplomacy and build strong links with other countries. Any number of things could happen, and her journey is one that everyone will be very interested in. The way Charlotte interacts with her brothers is also very interesting. Her lively personality and clear leadership skills point to a bright future. You can tell she's not afraid to be herself, which is both new and sweet. The Cambridge children as a whole seem to represent a modern, approachable kind of royalty, and Charlotte is without a doubt an important part of that. We live in a very technologically advanced time, and Princess Charlotte, a young princess, is using technology wisely. She doesn't follow the trend of taking selfies like most of her peers do, but she is all for using educational apps and interactive tools to help her learn. Her internet activities are carefully chosen to help her grow in all areas and to protect her privacy. As the government changes to fit modern times, Princess Charlotte stands out as a leader who embodies the institution's progress. Her public appearances and plans for the future make her a leader who will leave a lasting memory for future generations. Charlotte played a very important part in deciding the future of the kingdom. Her place in the line of succession is more than just a matter of inheritance. It shows how the British royal family is changing all the time. Princess Charlotte has a bright future and a magnetic personality. She is ready to show the throne a new way forward and start a time of innovation and relevance.